Okay, does that sound better right now for everybody? Is everyone okay with what
Yeah,
they
I can hear you.
Sounds good.
Okay, I think I fixed the audio. So if you at home, guys, if you guys are seeing any audio issues, please let us know, and I'll try to fix them as best as I can. So I know we have a few questions for you. Since you are part of Twin Sons, and I know right now, I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest Star Wars nerd out there. I think that belongs to Robert and Peter right now. So I think I'll pass that over to them if they want to go ahead and start this off.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, go ahead, Robert.
Oh, we lost him.
Did we lose Robert? Robert! Come
Okay,
I can still hear you.
okay.
Tell us a little bit about Twin Sons.
Yeah, so we're a 501c3 nonprofit organization based out of Arizona, though we're all over the country. I'm in Southern California. We've got people in Dallas, Iowa, Louisiana, New York, and we focus on spreading reading literacy with Star Wars books. What we mainly do is we'll go to schools, libraries, children's hospitals with Star Wars books, pass them out to the kids. Kind of get like a little bit of interaction with them, see what they're interested in, so we can kind of give them the correct book that can get them on their way to not only being more interested and with reading, but also in reading some great stories.
That's awesome.
So, Robert, can you still hear us, man?
I can hear you, yes.
I think I fixed our audio, so we should be good. I think we should all be good, guys. Sorry about that, too. It's a little choppy, but I will have that fixed also in our editing side, too. So, what's going on?
Sure.
Okay, so I also wanted to ask as well, man, since you guys do these charity organizations, I mean, like, who do you actually help, and what do y'all actually like do with the funds? I guess is essentially like, do y'all help out like local hospitals?
Yeah, we hospitals are the main thing. What we do, like I said, we do a fundraiser. So we'll set up a visit with we'll call a hospital and we'll set up a visit. At this point, we have some good connections at the hospitals where it's like, hey, it's us again. Yeah, you want to do something in like April or August, and they're like, yeah, sure. We set up a donation with the hospital, and we tell our followers that, hey, we're going to be at this hospital this date. We're raising this much money, and that's going to be going to purchasing books so we can bring them to the hospital and brighten up the kids' day. A lot of times with the hospital visits, we team up with the 501st, which is another nonprofit. They're like they're basically guys who will are costumed, have like full incredibly detailed costumes of different Star Wars characters, and they come with us, give the kids who are going through some tough times, brighten up their day a little bit, and then we give them a book at the end of it to kind of give them something to remember the visit and keep them entertained while they're going through what they're going through.
Oh, that's really nice of you. So like, do y'all pick? I just want to ask real quick, since y'all said books, is it like a book that kid likes, or do y'all kind of like stick to? Because I know you guys are Twin Sons, which like the whole Star Wars thing. Do you guys go for more Star Wars themed books, or just like whatever the kids like?
Yeah, we mainly do Star Wars theme. We get a good variety of books when we're donating across like all age range and like all interests. So we have ones that feature different characters, different eras, and our different reading levels. And part of my job, because I'm also one of the people who heads these donation events, I go to the donation and handing out the books. You have to have like a lot of knowledge of the books themselves, so that you can kind of have a conversation with the kid and of what their interests are. So you're not just giving them any book; you're giving them the book that's going to start them on their journey to a larger first step to a larger world.
Oh, that's really cool. That's really amazing, man.
That's awesome.
And so, where can like people donate? Do they go to like your website, or how can they like donate? Are you guys at conventions? Well, right now not conventions, I'm assuming, because everything's paused. But where can they donate?
The easiest place to donate is on our website, twin-sons.net/donate. We actually have a fundraiser going right now for doing 3 events that are going to be this summer. We have already, because of the whole COVID-19. We have had one hospital that we had planned on going to in May. They have postponed it until June, just so they can get their all that worked out. But the donations are still going on. We've worked with these hospitals before. They know us, so we're pretty confident they're going to go. But you can actually donate right now and help us get to bring books to those hospitals. If online donating isn't your thing, we do have a way of a P.O. box that you can send either checks or money orders to. That's on the website as well. You can find it in our fax section. And then we also, we're on Amazon Smile as well. So if you use Amazon a lot, you can add us to Amazon Smile. We're Twin Sons Foundation, the one that's in Gilbert, Arizona. And then finally, the other one is we have what's called the RIN Network, which is a bunch of our volunteers, pretty much a lot of the same people who do the actual book donations. They each have a P.O. box in their area. So if you have new or gently used books that you don't need, you can send them to that P.O. box, and they will find a home for them in their area. So they'll go to like their local libraries or schools. One of our volunteers even found a prison system in her state that helps donate books to rehabilitate prisoners. So there's a lot of ways that people that are volunteers are able to get these books out.
Nice. That's really cool. So there's sounds like you guys have Peter, your little video. Let me fix that. All right. So it sounds like we have a lot of different ways of getting in touch with you guys and send you those funds, and that's really amazing. So I'm glad you're still able to do the charity work amongst this whole COVID-19 stuff. So I'm glad that you're able to still help out everybody.
Yeah.
So I'm going to jump in here. So why Star Wars? I mean, I love Star Wars. Peter loves Star Wars. Obviously, you do as well because you're a smart man, Aaron. He's not really a Star Wars geek, but, you know. So why'd you guys focus in on Star Wars? What made you choose that?
Well, it started. It all started. We basically all met. All of us that started the foundation and all the people we've hired since online, and it was mainly through groups and social media sites, YouTube communities that were focused around Star Wars and the expanded universe, all the books. And the only thing that we noticed was that all of our origin stories for how we got into the EU was some variant of I hated books as a kid, and then somehow I found this one Star Wars book and it blew me away. Then I read another one, then I realized that they all kind of fit together, and then I just went down a rabbit hole, and now I've got all this bookshelf for all this stuff. So we thought, if it worked for us, why can't it work for someone else? Why can't we get other people not only invested in the universe itself, but get them more active into reading and not think of reading as a chore, but thinking of reading as something that's fun to do.
Yeah.
Really awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool. I know. I didn't really get into the expanded universe Star Wars novels. I think the first Star Wars.
Did we lose him?
Yeah.
I think
I'm
we lost
blanking on the name of it right now, but.
We kind of lost you for a second.
Uh-oh. Who did we lose?
We lost
Me?
you for a quick second.
Lost you for
you're
just
back.
a second.
Oh, no. We don't want that. I was just saying, the first...
Every time you start
Perfect.
this, it's sad.
You're never going to find out which book it is, obviously.
The beauty of technology.
Rogue One.
Oh,
Rogue One.
Okay.
I'll just keep saying it.
Oh, the novelization. I believe that was it wasn't James Luceno, was it? It was either Luceno or Freed, I believe, that did the Rogue One novelization. But I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, Luceno did. It was because it wasn't the novelization. It was the prequel novel, and that was James Luceno.
Oh, Catalyst. Okay, yeah.
I have no idea what's being talked about. I will read the Halo
It's
books.
okay. Everyone's. You're good. You're good. I don't know. I feel like we're cutting in and out quite a bit here, so I don't know what everyone can.
Yeah, I mean the good thing.
You already kind of mentioned. Oh,
go ahead.
go ahead, Aaron.
No, so
No,
the good
go
thing
ahead.
is this is also recorded, so on our podcast, hopefully it won't sound so bad on our actual podcast, but
Yeah.
we'll have to figure out.
Well,
what
they'll
we're
just
doing.
hear us. Yeah, they'll hear us navigating
That is true, but
through all.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I don't know why yours is cutting out all of a sudden really bad, man.
I'm watching right now, so we're okay.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can lower the encoder then. But I also know. What was I gonna ask you? That I can't remember because now this is all made me lose train of thought. This is terrible. Oh, so I also want to ask you yourself, man. Beyond Star Wars, what else do you like? Like, what else makes you kind of geek out? Because like we're all geeks here. We all like to be geeky. So like their thing is of course Star Wars. I'm more Halo junkie. So what else do you like, or is there anything else that kind of gets you going?
A little bit in Halo, not more of the games. I never got into the novels because there's the Star Wars novels actually take up a lot of my time. I also do a lot of tabletop RPGs. We just finished up a 5e campaign, and but my group also does a GURPS. We do Pathfinder. We actually started up after we finished up the D&D one. We started up Traveler, and Traveler is a lot of fun. We realized we're getting hooked into that. So other than that, I actually can't think of much.
That's cool though. I mean, I love D&D, man. I used to have a group I ran with, and you know how it is with D&D though. After like a couple sessions, you get together, then everyone gets too busy, and it's like, well, there goes the session.
We've got a good group of we have like 5 regulars and then like 1 or 2 people who show up. We've gotten to the point where we just have extra character sheets. So like if you show up like here, and then when they're not there, they're like, yeah, here's the NPC. So like if you're not a regular, sorry, you get a powered down character.
There you go. It's like, that's what.
In other words, be on time.
Be on time. You get what you want. You'll be happy. So, and that's cool. So, one other question too I wanted to ask. So, like, are you guys all across the nation? I know off camera we talked. You had somebody actually in Dallas. You have someone in Arizona, and you're in California. You said so. Are you guys just all across the U.S.? Can they donate all across from the U.S.? Do you all help all states, or how does that work?
Yeah. So we currently are able to donate, and we have volunteers. Like I said, in Arizona, which is where we're based, is where my boss is. I'm in California. We've got someone in Dallas. We've got someone in Maryland, Louisiana, and Iowa as well, who are also able to donate. So any of those locations, the Maryland one doesn't have a RIN network, a place you can send it to, but he is good for doing donations. All the others do. We are constantly looking at expanding. It just comes down to a point of like getting like people, not only people that like are good at this, that we can trust, and are also very knowledgeable of the books that they're donating. One of our goals is to eventually become international, but we've looked into that a few times, and it's a little bit difficult to get books across the border.
I can imagine.
I remember we talked about once. Someone was like, "Hey, they were in Calgary, and we looked into like how to get books like into Canada, and like the tariffs we would have to like pay on just to get the books in there would have been, I think, like almost half of the cost of a book. So we're like, yeah, this just isn't feasible right now.
Yeah, that's a little out there for that, but that's cool.
Yeah.
At least you guys trying to spread the word out there like that. And I thank you for bearing with us with all these audio and video issues right now. It's again our first remote one. Normally we have a little office we're in, and we do everything from there. It's a lot easier. But this COVID kind of pushed us over here. But I mean, did you all have any other questions, Robert, Peter? Because I know you guys are the Star Wars nerds.
Well, one thing is with my Star Wars club, I may get in touch with you because my club is independent Star Wars Society San Antonio. We just did a hospital visit about a month ago before all this craziness started. So, how would anybody get a hold of you from any Star Wars club if we're going to do a hospital visit and get some books out to some kiddos?
We have a good way to get a hold of us is either on our Facebook and Twitter. We're pretty good at checking those. We're also on Instagram. Our Facebook is Twin Sons Foundation. Our Twitter is @TwinSonsF. I don't know what our Instagram is, but you can look that up. We also have, unfortunately, we have an email that we don't check a lot, but we have a Gmail one I don't know it off the top of my head. I have to look it up.
It happens.
Very. twinsonsf@gmail. That's another good one.
Okay.
You can use to get in contact with us. You guys are in San Antonio, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, like I said, we have a volunteer in Dallas. That one's actually scheduled to go off. Our next donation is scheduled to go up on May 4th. Now, we have contacted the hospital about if they need to postpone it. We haven't heard back from them since. So, at this point, we're still gearing up to do it on the 4th. But I think a few of us have come to the conclusion that it's going to get postponed. So we're just either waiting on that confirmation, but we're moving ahead with it anyway. But yeah, those are all great ways of getting in contact with us.
Well, that's cool. I do want to thank you for your time and bearing with us again with all the issues we're having right now. But thank you, and again, everyone can find you at twinsons.net, right? The website.
Yeah. twin-sons.net.
Twin-sons.net. Okay, so definitely, guys, if you want to
All
check
right.
them out,
Thanks
go
a
to
lot.
their website, twin-sons.net, and check them out, guys. And I hope you enjoy, your whole week, and hopefully you guys stay safe over there as well.
Yeah.
But again, I do thank you for coming on, man, and talking with us.
Yeah, it's been great.
Thank you, man.
Thanks
Hopefully-
again.
Keep in touch. Hopefully we can bring you back on the show once everything is back to normal.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you. Have a good one, man.
You too.
Let's see. Alrighty, guys. So let me move that source real quick, so that way that one's a little bit better. Okay, and again, everyone, sorry for anyone who's having issues like trying to watch or anything. I also let me see. If I hit anything, it's going. There we go. Bam. Did that work? Yeah. Okay. There we go.
He's done. All right.
All right. Cool. So let me adjust.
My dog came in. My dog came in at the very last second. I don't know if you could see him in the shot, but
Yeah, we saw.
it's like I'm here.
We saw it. How are you holding up over there, Robert? Are you still good over there, sir? Robert?
Can you hear us, Robert?
He's here.
Oh, okay.
I blame you.
Wait, what did I do?
It's always your fault. You know this.
Not my fault this time. This time it's COVID-19's fault. And look, Peter just switched his. We see his bed now.
Dang it. There we go. All right.
All right. So.
And a nice shot of my outside backyard.
Right. So do want to again thank you for coming on our show, Twin Sons. We do love talking to you guys. Hopefully, once everything gets better, we can get him back on for another a little bit clearer interview, and I can use my mixer a little bit better. For everybody watching, sorry about that, but we do have some actual news though we can go over today at least, and let you all know about that. And hopefully, the stream won't have any issues anymore, and we're all back to normal. I hope.
Or a close enough version to it.
Exactly. And I don't know. I'm sorry if you were watching us and you keep seeing like the video for each of our thing like shrink. OBS is doing something really weird with that. But
Bear with us. This is the first time we've done this. So.
Exactly.
Not this, but by doing the social distancing. From
Yeah. Robert tried to get as far away as he could from me, and I told him it still won't matter. But so the first part, we do have some gaming news that came out. Animal Crossing New Horizons dropped. Basically, Animal Crossing New Horizons is a life simulation video game developed and published by Nintendo. So it's a first-party game only on the Nintendo Switch. It's the 5th in the series for the whole title of the Animal Crossing, which has been around since about, I think, like 2010-ish or so. So right now, everybody's loving it, though. Everyone kind of hopped onto it. From Google, it has a 4.3 rating out of 5. From Metacritic, it's a 91%. So that one's actually doing really well. So if you can't go outside and do normal activities, you can do it in a video game that basically you can have like a little life simulator in there and say, yay, I can still experience life from behind a video game console. Because that's what we do.
Awesome.
And then another game that dropped, Doom Eternal, dropped as well this past week. That one's a first-person shooter game developed by ID Software and published by Bethesda. So if you know who Bethesda is, they do like the Skyrim and all those bigger games. It's the 5th game in its series, and that one's been around for, gosh, I don't even know how long myself. The series is a direct sequel to the 2016 Doom that came out, and it's on the Windows PC, it's on PlayStation 4, it's on Xbox, and I believe there's a Nintendo Switch version planned later this year. It's not out right now. And that game has also received really good reviews from Google. It's a 4.4 out of 5. PC Gamer's 94%, and GameSpot is at 8 out of 10, guys. So again, if you're looking for something to keep you occupied while you're in this little like quarantine, those are a couple big games right now you might want to try. If you have a Switch, if you have a Xbox, those might be the best things to check out because I mean they're a franchise that's been around for a very long time, and you get to experience it and try them out. But now I know again, Star Wars guys. I got 2 Star Wars guys here. Robert.
We're here.
And
I'm here.
Red 5 standing by.
So, oh god.
Red 2 standing by.
Sierra 117.
Nope.
You don't let me have my fun. So
GK41 where?
That's not a Star Wars call sign.
But it's a Halo call sign. So I don't know what the heck just happened to Robert's video. Okay. So some Star Wars news came out though I thought you two would be interested in and enjoy.
Yes, interesting news.
What do you want to take it over, one of you?
Let's go for it, Peter.
Yeah, the big news, because this was floating around on Friday, nothing was confirmed, but there was a lot of rumors on. It was trending for a while, but apparently Rosario Dawson is going to be Ahsoka Tano in season 2 of The Mandalorian. And this had been a rumor for a while back, but this is now confirmed.
And
Yeah. I mean, this is a character that I know I had a chance to get to know throughout the Clone Wars series and then into Rebels. I actually, speaking of our Foundation Twin Sons that we were just talking about, I actually have the Ahsoka book, but I haven't read it yet, so I need to get on that and then donate it. Yeah, I mean, this is a character that I really enjoy her, especially as we move on farther away from season 1. I don't know. What do you feel about this character? Do you like her? Do you hate her? What are you feeling, Peter?
Well, when she first came on, I was one of the that group that didn't really like her because I was accustomed to seeing Jedi's done a certain way, and here she is breaking all the rules, calling Anakin Sky Guy, and it's
Which I hate.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, because it's like Padawans are seen, not her. That's at least the way the films have portrayed them,
And murdered.
and murdered, and
I thought that was Youngins.
but as the season wore on, as I watched it, she really grew on me, and that one series where she had been accused of I forgot what it was, and she eventually lost, and she left the order, and you're like, no, and then she grew on me, and I was thrilled to see her in Rebels as Fulcrum.
Yeah.
And she's become a huge fan favorite, and I wish it could have been Ashley Eckstein to play her, and she did. I don't know. I'm not sure where she did this. Or it was a photo shoot or what, but she did. Cosplay as her own character.
Right.
There's an image around there somewhere floating around of her.
And she's been voicing that character since the beginning. I mean, since like 2006, 2007 is when that series came out. So, I think there was a lot of people, and myself included, I would say I'm disappointed that we're not getting Ashley Eckstein. But Rosario Dawson is a very talented actress, and so I'm looking forward to seeing what she brings to it.
So let me ask you, though, who is the character?
She's a Jedi. She's a Padawan, and she was Anakin's Padawan actually. But she was known for her distinct two-handed Jedi combat method, and
double lightsabers.
She had a double. Well, she had it in both hands,
Right.
and very unique way of lightsaber style fighting. And it was kind of neat, I guess, if you could kind of look at it from this perspective, if you watched Clone Wars, was, she was kind of, us, the viewer, right? Taking us on this little journey, this huge journey, and of this epic battle that was taking place, this epic war that was taking place. And she just really resonated with fans from all ages, boys, girls, men, women. Everybody really grew to like her after and love her after a while.
And she and Anakin had a really strong connection. And her final arc on the Clone Wars before this new season has come out was really about her becoming disillusioned with the Jedi Order and kind of leaving the Order, leaving Anakin behind. And then the next time we had seen her was in Star Wars Rebels as someone who is fighting basically against now the Galactic Empire, which used to be the Republic. So, it's been very interesting. She actually has a confrontation with Vader in Star Wars Rebels, which is pretty awesome to watch. She's a really interesting character.
Should we tell Aaron what happens in that duel?
I don't think he'll understand it.
She normally when Vader would take on any Jedi, he would eventually overpower him. But since he trained her, she kind of knew what to kind of almost expect and took off half of his mask. So
dang.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
But what's neat, what's funny was in the season conclusion there, series conclusion of in Rebels, she kind of does disappear. So we're not sure where she went, but since the Mandalorian is set 6 years after Return of the Jedi, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And Rebels,
she's around. She is still alive.
And Rebels ended kind of right around the same time as A New Hope, right? So.
Right.
Yeah, so that's right. Yeah, exactly. But I did see, and this isn't in our show notes, but I saw actually today an announcement that Michael Biehn is joining the cast of Mandalorian as well as a bounty hunter. So Michael Biehn of Terminator fame, and he's been in Aliens, I think. So he's set to join as well.
And The Mandalorian is just an amazing series. I mean, this is what, as I was watching this, I was like, this is what Star Wars should be. I have my my issues with the new trilogy, and that'll probably be another show. We could do an entire year on that one. But The Mandalorian really hit it on the nail, and this is what Star Wars is, and a very gritty space western. So
space western like Firefly?
More like classic, more classic style westerns that you would see, like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
I saw your eye roll at me.
It's got some. I mean, no, Firefly's got some elements in there. I mean, Firefly, Star Wars, they're not that different.
I don't know. Maybe I'll have to give Star Wars another try then, because I love Firefly.
Well, who didn't love Firefly? Obviously, some people at Fox did not like Firefly.
Yeah.
We still the Broncos. So.
Dang, that's true.
Sure.
So, moving on to other movie news. So, right now, Wonder Woman got pushed back. I saw to August, right? I believe.
That's what I saw.
Yep. August 14th, I believe, which of all of the movies that have been pushed back, I think that's the first one to get an official release date. Most of them, they've, just, hey, we're pushing it back, and we don't know when. So DC kind of planting their flag and going, DC and Warner Brothers going, this is, we think that theaters are going to be back open by August, and we're going to put Wonder Woman 2 right there. So, it'll be interesting.
I mean, that's smart placement and make sure that it locks Marvel out from it, because they don't want to come up with it.
Yeah, because Black Widow is still up in the air at this point.
Yeah, they haven't set release dates really for anything else that's been pushed back. There's been whether it's Mulan or Black Widow or the Fast and Furious. I think the 9, James Bond. That one got pushed back like a full year.
Yeah.
But there's been a bunch of things that got pushed back, and Wonder Woman 2 kind of planting that flag in August, saying we're coming. So hopefully for Warner Brothers' sake and all of our sakes, this current crisis passes by that time. Otherwise, they'll have to push it again.
Right? It's like, oh, we don't have August now. We got to keep going.
Yeah.
Well, the neat thing from what I understood about Wonder Woman is a lot of production had wrapped early on, and a lot of the special effects had been done. So a lot of stuff was kind of, they had just been waiting for the release date. And when they did the trailer, I forgot when the trailer aired, but there was a huge, yes, he's like, this is we get to see Wonder Woman again, and with Patty Jenkins at the helm. Or the captain.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah.
So, again, if you're watching us live, I'm sorry. I have no idea what's going on with the cameras. They just keep messing up on us, so I apologize for that.
Yeah, we're working.
Yeah, I'm watching Robert. He goes from really tiny to covering the entire screen, is what happens. So.
Well, I'm basically Ant-Man and Giant Man in Ant-Man and the Wasp, where my suit is malfunctioning, and so I keep going between different sizes. I mean, what can I say?
It's really weird. Like, yours is the one that's happening the most. Everyone else has happened a little bit, but yours is literally going really, really tiny, and then it just goes really big. So, I don't know. So, I'm so sorry, guys, about that. So, anyone that's watching it. Thank you, Maria. She says the camera changes are kind of cool, because you're literally watching me adjust it as, like, it's all happening, trying to fix it. And at one point, like, you're fitting the whole screen, and I'm, like, adjusting it, and it just shrinks all the way down by itself. I'm like, oh, well, I just wasted a second doing that. Well, thank you, Maria.
Well, I don't know why you're... When it's full screen me, I'm not sure why you're trying to change it. At that point, that's what the viewers want to see.
Apparently. Now you're going really tiny again, so... Did you see the other thing with Warner Brothers? Because they have that Aquaman horror kind of film. Did you hear about that one?
I would have thought the same. I didn't hear anything about that.
So it's called The Trench, they're calling it, and that one is about like those creatures that were in like that trench or whatever from Aquaman.
Yeah,
it's gonna follow them, and it's supposed to be like I guess their essential like how they are, but they're gonna make like a horror like kind of twist to it. But that one. Oh, go ahead.
Is it James Wan is directing again or what?
The project is actually developed by producers James Wan and Peter Safran, along with writers Noah Gardner and Aidan Fitzgerald. So they're the ones that they have as like the team right now to do it.
Yeah, it's really early on. I mean, they haven't confirmed much, but I think James Wan is kind of known for horror stuff, and so when he took on Aquaman, I'm not surprised that there was a kind of a horror element within it, and now it looks like they're looking to spin that horror element off into its own movie.
Well, I'm pretty sure all the ladies are going to go with it as well. Let's look who the star is. I mean, it's.
Well, we don't know if we don't know if Aquaman's going to be in it or not. I mean, they haven't even confirmed that. It according to the report I'm looking at, Aquaman and Mera will not appear in the film. So, yeah, I don't know.
Because I think it's following their origins of how, like, they got stuck in the trench, I guess, and how, like, why they are the way they are. So that's going to be... And there you are. You had to take the whole screen again, Robert. It's going to follow them and be, like, I guess, like, hey, here's how we went this horror, twist, evil kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting.
Really
to see it. I mean, I'm sold. I want to see it.
Curious. I'm intrigued at the same time.
So that was another cool one. So I mean, not a lot of news has come out because of the whole COVID-19 kind of slowing everything down right now, and everything, like you said, Robert, it's getting pushed back. Bloodshot came out last week, and it's already going to video on demand. I think we were talking about off air.
Yep. I think it's been out for 2 or 3 weekends now. I don't remember exactly when it came out, but yeah, they already released it on video on demand because it clearly wasn't going to make any more money in theaters. And even when they reopen, it's like all these other big movies that have been pushed back are gonna show up. So Bloodshot's not making any money in that against Mulan, Black Widow, and Wonder Woman.
It's like we're just gonna sit here.
Well, I mean, if anything, this is everybody's chance to go watch Cats.
Oh dear God!
Oof.
If you get that,
thank you.
Points.
I don't feel like tormenting myself while I'm confined to this room. I don't think I would do that.
Whether this is an unpopular opinion or not, I'm just going to say it. Cats the musical sucks, and I definitely don't want to see that scary movie.
Oh.
Well, I did many years ago with a previous girlfriend. Many years ago. We went to go see this. And I'm trying to be the nice boyfriend. I'm like, oh, cool, this is going on. I'm like, what am I watching? What is this? And it made me appreciate dogs more.
It's like, okay,
yeah, there's a reason she's an ex-girlfriend, right?
Oh.
many years ago. So from back in the 90s, that's when I went to go see this. Friends was still on
Well, don't worry. The musical hasn't gotten any better. It's still terrible.
If anything, it's gotten worse. Jerry says hello from Jordantown. Or stay safe.
Jenny, that's my friend up over there from Jordan.
Oh, hello.
Nice.
Stay safe. Hope he's enjoying the random camera changes of Robert. That's kind of what this is now.
Wouldn't be.
So
welcome to random camera changes of Robert, a show presented by Talkin Geek.
That's all it is. Like, I'm seriously sitting here just kind of watching it as it just went full screen as it does it. So that's literally all I'm doing and trying to adjust it to at least show me and Peter.
I like how you've gotten everyone convinced that it's doing it on its own, but really you're doing this in the background.
I am not doing anything. I don't understand anymore. So since we all are confined, I want to know, and if you're in the chat as well, Jerry, Maria, anyone else here, what are you guys doing geeky-wise to pass the time? And let's ask, us three. Starting with you, Peter. Like, what are you doing right now to help pass this time while we're quarantined?
I have been shooting a lot of action figure theater, which is my shameless plug here. To kind of help pass the time, and I was like, okay, I've shot a lot of stuff. I'm like, okay, now what do I do? Oh, then I get another idea, and I go in. And I like to shoot at night. This way, so long as everybody keeps laughing, I'll keep doing them. And action figure theaters, all my figures doing silly things and stuff, and I'll go play with the dogs, or if I feel brave enough, that's when I put on the armor and the Captain America suit and go do a store run if I have to. But right now, the best thing right now is just stay in place. That's for us here in San Antonio, we haven't hit our peak. We're best thing to do right now, since everybody has to just stay home as of midnight tonight.
Yep.
Just stay in, and I'll watch The Mandalorian again because it was a great series. But as a teacher assistant, I'm on call. We have our online faculty meetings. I have to go to work Friday, and I think following Monday. We'll see how things kind of go. Hopefully things can we can flatten the curve. I do watch a lot of, what everybody's kind of doing also to kind of pass the time. Just before we got on, I noticed, I think it's on Instagram called Stay Home.
Yeah.
Everybody's on there, Ryan Reynolds, but I saw Katie Lotz from Legends of Tomorrow do a quick little video of her just being bored at home and cleaning and eating chips and things like that. And it's like, thank you, Katie, for doing this for us. But everybody, including our entertainment, everybody's in the same situation right now. I tried doing some exercise to because it's like, okay, I don't want to go out and grab myself another slice of pie here, but I tried to do that and maybe do some reading, go outside, keep quiet, just listen to quiet, and
that's cool.
Maybe read some comics or something, and chat with friends, see how they're doing. I check on my club, all that good stuff.
Well, that's cool. So at least you're keeping busy. Sean from Long Island, New York says hi. Maria says she's watching The Crown, cleaning out closets, and yes, also rewatching Mandalorian. Mm-hmm. She's watched Picard and trying to go to Walmart for groceries. HEB's crazy.
Nice.
So, what about you, Robert? What are you doing to pass the time geek-wise? Anything yet?
Well, I've been furthering my relationship with my refrigerator. We've become very close. I even have a nickname for him. I started calling him my fridge.
Oh, nice. That's a good
one.
So,
got my dad jokes. No, actually, I've been exactly. No, I've been having a chance to actually catch up. So I hadn't watched Stranger Things season 3, so I started watching that. I'm a couple episodes into that now. I actually am about halfway through the 5th book of the Game of Thrones series, so I've been trying to read through that. And then I've also been catching up on episodes of that Harley Quinn animated show. I'm just trying to get in, everything. The Star Wars Clone Wars, the final season. Been watching a couple episodes of that, so I'm kind of hopping around all over the place, just trying to catch up, really, because I feel I'm very far behind in a lot of my geeky things. But unfortunately, because I do work in healthcare, I actually have less time on my hands than I normally do.
Yeah,
so it's been insane. And actually, today was my first day of working from home. So we'll see what happens from there.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I know healthcare is really busy, and I know I work in media, so that's gotten really busy too. Let's see. Let me turn down y'all's sources a little bit. Maria says there's getting a lot of reverb from you guys. Let me see. Let me know if that worked a little bit, Maria.
The Legion of Doom.
Turning them down right now. So,
so what about you, man?
Yeah.
Me, well, I'm kind of in that same boat a little bit with Robert. I work in media, so we kind of are still busy because we still got to keep everything running. But I've actually been revisiting my video game collection. I've been playing a lot of my games I haven't beaten. I'm actually, I guess I can say it today, me and Cool Rob, our other host on the show, another partner in Get Your Geek On, are working on a video idea with the video game franchise. So I'll probably start playing some old games in a little while. And that's about all I'm doing. Reading some comics, catching up on my comic book collection, because same way I fell behind, so it's like, okay, now maybe I can try to catch up on some. But mostly video games, that's about kind of where I'm at. So hopefully that videos will come out starting next month with the franchise me and the other Robert are doing, and people will get to enjoy those and check out another show we're doing, possibly. So that's what we've been doing, and of course editing all of our shows. We also do have 2 new shows starting this week, guys. Get Your Comic On and Get Your Gaming On are starting this week on Wednesday and Thursday, respectively. So Wednesday will be the comics, and Thursday will be the video game one, and that's where we talk about a video game topic. We've been kind of testing the waters with that one, but it officially launches this week, and the comic one launches this week, guys. So if you are bored, stuck at home, you can check out 2 other videos that we'll be doing. So, and what me and Robert have been doing this past Monday just launched our last episode, which is our MCU retrospective review, where we watch all 23 movies across 11 years now, isn't it? 10 years?
Yeah, I mean, and if you're stuck in quarantine like the rest of us, what better time? Actually, my sister texted me today. She said, "What order do I watch the Marvel movies in?" So we, as part of this project, have been watching them in order of release date, when they actually were put out by the studio, and we've been talking about the actual Infinity Saga and how these movies fit into the Infinity Saga, reviewing, do they hold up, how good are they, action scenes, acting, all of that stuff, and we've been going through each movie. So yeah, this week we're up to Avengers Age of Ultron, so we're about halfway through. We got a lot of movies left still to come. Next week is Ant-Man. And we're really trying to give you guys some content you can enjoy. But yeah, what a perfect time to go and watch the MCU saga. And so if you're looking for some information or reviews of those movies, you can find them on our YouTube channel at official GYGO. And let us know your thoughts. We want to hear if you like these movies. Now, I will say, spoiler alert, I don't recommend watching the Infinity Saga in order of release date. I think you need to watch it chronologically in order to enjoy it to its full potential. There are definitely some movies that feel a little bit out of place if you watch them in order of release date, if you're going to watch them back to back to back to back to back like Aaron and I have. If you're looking for a recommendation, I think maybe we'll get one posted later this week in our Facebook page of an actual chronological viewing, because I gotta put it together for my sister anyway, so I might as well throw it in there.
I mean, you might as well, because the way we're watching it, these last couple of movies have been fun. I've been enjoying them, but that's kind of what we've been doing, guys, and I hope you enjoy all of the shows. And then go check out Peter's page as well, the Action Figure Theater, right? Is that what you have?
Yes, go to Facebook groups and look at Action Figure Theater. The logo, because there's several ones that are out there. Look for the one that has Luke Skywalker, Wolverine, Marion, and Indiana Jones, and they're at a bar.
Have to check that out again, guys, too.
So Marion's drinking them all under the table, is what you're telling me, right?
She's the bartender. She's the bartender at the Ack Bar and Grill.
I love it.
That one.
As the resident expert on dad jokes, I appreciate that.
Yes, and that's the theme of Tony Stark now running for president, and of course, you'll always see the Mexican stormtroopers.
Yeah, definitely check it out, guys. They're really funny. I get a good laugh at them whenever I check them out and read them. So I do appreciate everyone, bearing with us. Thank you for everyone in the chat, Jerry, Sean, Maria. Jerry did say as well, he's cleaning house, homeschooling, and Netflixing, watching Containment, and a lot of news, he says. Maria says she's probably going to have to set up her Xbox from a friend. So definitely, guys, thank you for being with us and bearing with us for our first remote episode. Hopefully the next one we do won't be so bad. It'll be a little bit better on everybody, and Robert will keep going from Ant-Man to Giant Man in the videos. So hopefully it'll be a lot easier, a lot smoother.
Do what I can.
Oh my gosh. But thank you again, guys, for joining us for Talking Geek. Thank you, Peter, for coming and joining us as well. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Dylan from Twin Sons. Go check them out as well. It's twin-sons.net. And you can check out all of their ways to help their, the communities out, getting donations and books out there to little kids. But for Talking Geek, that's it. Remember, guys, what makes you geek? What keeps you geeky? Stay geeky, everybody. And on behalf of the show, everyone have a great night.
Later, God's